All right, big day today, y'all. A lot going on. Got a lot going on in competitive AI. Want to start with follow me on Twitter, twitter.com/metaversefight. This is where you see all this stuff happening. I make sure to keep everything up to date when it happens as much as possible. So we had the big OpenAI Five versus OG esports pro team today. It was a big event. There's a lot of coverage on it I shared. But another thing that was big in in competitive AI that came out this week was this AWS DeepRacer League had a new record set at 9 seconds. You can take a look at that here by this guy Juve Chan. Um, yeah, I saw these. I saw the first race that AWS put on for these cars, and they were just like creeping off the track, and they'd have to reset them. Now these cars already within just, I think it was a month since that last one, they're flying across around the same track in 9 seconds. Previous top times were in, I think, 19 to 20 seconds, somewhere around there, but they've already half the time, and the lane recognition has just gotten so much better. It's incredible. But Juve Chan here, he is a current record holder. They're doing events throughout the country, throughout the U.S., and then throughout the world, really. And then it's going to culminate in the big AWS conference at the end of the year with the champions meeting there, going head to head. So that's pretty exciting. But that's what happened this past week. But today, the big news is the OpenAI Five finals. So this is the blog post from when they announced it. Basically, this is the first time that OpenAI has fielded a team of AI agents against 5 real-life pro members or pro esports competitors. So previously they'd done one-on-one and had success, but obviously the introduction of 5 agents that collaborate against 5 humans that collaborate is a pretty big step up. And I watched a lot of it. It was pretty exciting. I don't know a lot about Dota2, which is the particular game they were competing against or competing in, but I know enough to see the complexity at work. And I think the current training time, the time that the agents, the OpenAI 5 team has spent training, is 46,000 years. So that's pretty crazy. I'm trying to find. So this is Greg Brockman's Twitter account. He's the CTO and chairman of OpenAI. I'm just trying to find where it's at. Yeah, okay, so it's taken 45,000 years of training time for the OpenAI 5 to become as successful as they are, which it is a feat, but obviously this is a problem. Like, no one has the resources other than these large companies to be able to train agents in these type of environments for this long. It's incredibly computationally expensive. Just compute power to do that on a fast time scale is really expensive. But Greg Brockman admits that that is a current limitation, and that's what they want to work on, is now taking this training time and condensing it using, whatever type of techniques and algorithms they can develop. So if you want to find out about more, the blog posts are still rolling out about it. OpenAI doesn't have anything out yet, but I would recommend checking out these Twitter accounts. This is again, Greg Brockman he live tweeted it. He's still tweeting about it now. You can find him at GDB. This guy Fake Saiho, that's FAKEPSYHO. Is another person that was live tweeting it. He apparently is an OpenAI game designer and developer. So probably a good follow if you're interested in competitive AI at large. And then Mike Cook, and his Twitter handle is MTRC. He was also live tweeting and gave out a lot of good information. If I'd go back review those, you can go to their Twitch stream and watch everything that happened if you're really into that. It's definitely worth checking it out, but hopefully they'll put out some good highlight videos that we can watch. I'm just saying, watching this was amazing because you could see how precise the AI was able uh, to target different different enemies, and it knew how like precisely how far it could push it, its luck, basically not luck, but how much damage it could take before it needed to get away. It was incredible. The first match went the OpenAI Five was pretty conservative, and it was kind of a close match going into it. But OpenAI won the first match, and the second match, the Five team just completely dominated this pro team OG. It's definitely worth checking out. This is really exciting. In addition to what happened specifically with these competitions, there was a number of different announcements, not the least of which was the OpenAI 5 Arena. You can actually go and register to play against this AI, which is pretty incredible. It's at arena.openai.com. I tried to do it, but last I checked, they're having some problems with their registration process. So if it's not working for you now, go check it out a little later. I'm sure they'll get that resolved. But I'm not a Dota2 player. I'm not. I think they call these MOBA type games. I don't know them very well, but I'm gonna go try it just to see what it's like to play against these AIs. It's pretty exciting. That's that big news. We already talked about Juve Chan and setting the record in the DeepRacer League, and this is cool because it's like a real car. I'm really excited to see more of this type of competition. There's a AI drone racing league coming out at some point that Lockheed Martin is doing. I'm going to be closely following that. That's really exciting. They already have professional drone races. Now we're talking about artificial intelligence driving these. So this is pretty exciting. Qualify for a chance to race. I'm going to get some information, dig into this more. Last but not least, I just want to take some time to highlight a new resource I just released. It's just plain HTML, so it doesn't look great. But the how to learn, it's howtolearn.ai. And what this is for anyone who wants to get involved in AI competition and just doesn't know where to start. If you don't have any programming, we start you right. You start right at step one. These are all free resources. I made sure to pick only free resources. So the only thing it's going to cost you is time, which is valuable. In my opinion, time is actually more valuable than money. But you get my point. So you can start here. If you don't have any, Python is the only way to go. A lot of people recommend JavaScript for learning your first programming language. I think it's about as easy to pick up either Python or JavaScript. It's about the same. And Python is what you need to use the majority of the artificial intelligence tools these days. So don't worry about JavaScript right now. There are some TensorFlow, JavaScript, machine learning libraries, but for competitive AI, Python is the way to go. I don't see that changing for at least a couple of years. I think maybe we might see something with Swift as that gets adopted more, but don't worry about it. Just stick with Python. You need some basic command line skills just so you can start to set up these environments and launch your games and have your agents interact with the games. Pandas is just a essential data manipulation tool. And then these courses go deeper. These will take some more time. TensorFlow free course from Udacity is a good introduction to the TensorFlow framework. There's practical deep learning for coders. It's going to take you a long time, but it's good. You're going to learn a lot about deep learning. And then once you feel comfortable with these concepts, you want to move into these reinforcement learning tutorials. So that's a good roadmap for you. That's all you need to get started. And then once you have these in place, you can start looking for challenges to compete in. Heck, you can even, I think if you're done with, step 4, you can start doing this, but 5 would be a good idea too. And then, we have some advanced courses if you've already expired, you feel like this stuff is beneath your skill level. you can move on to these other items. And I'm going to keep updating this. So please, if you do see any problems with that, it's howtolearn.ai. Please don't hesitate to reach out to me on Twitter, and keep following, guys. We'll have more great competitive AI content. That's what I'm about, competitive AI. And I'll highlight what I have here is that I'm a wannabe AI fight promoter, and that's what I want to do. So I'm going to keep putting out content. I'm going to have a meetup here in the Dallas area for anybody who wants to get involved. We're going to put together competition teams, and I want to see more AI competitors competing in more AI competitions. Thanks. Have a good day.